Hey, Chris.
Hey, how's it going, Ted?
Good. How are you?
Good. Hey, Audie.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good, good, good.
Hey, Rod.
Hello, happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
What's up? Oh, all right.
Hello, my queen. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Hanging in, hanging in.
I hear that. I hear that.
May hear my rowdy neighbors today.
Ruh-roh.
Eagles playoffs. They're not going to be quiet.
Uh-oh.
Go Packers, but whatever.
I'm agreeing with you there. That's my team.
Oh wow, you're gonna get kicked out the state.
I might. I thought about wearing my jersey today.
Why didn't you?
It's probably not safe. Not during
Why?
not
Will
during
they
playoff.
will they beat you up?
At the least.
That's the beach.
You may find my ass in a dumpster somewhere.
That's not good.
I
Well,
mean,
there's workplaces to be.
there definitely is. Last time I was at an Eagles Green Bay game, my Eagles friends ripped my jersey off of me and threw it off the balcony.
Oh my.
Oh,
So,
Well, that's
That's
pretty good.
I mean,
hilarious.
they're diehard fans.
not the
I would have done the same if Green Bay was winning. So, I'm a Green Bay fan with a Philly attitude. It's a very odd combination.
not really. I live in Alabama, but I definitely have a California vibe about myself, or whatever.
See? That's it.
Where's everybody at?
Oh. I didn't remind everybody because I was busy with other things today. So that could be part of the reason.
Yo,
And
my connection is unstable.
Uh-oh. I almost forgot, but I posted something recently and saw I had messages. I was like, oh, yeah. I didn't remember.
yeah, I was busy with other things this morning, and then we had a meeting, and then my day got away from me. So let me just send that now. Oh.
I had board meeting, but this was already on my calendar, so I was like, all right, cool.
Their board meeting today?
Yep.
Uh-oh. What time's it at? 5?
Oh no, it's already happened. It was hour before this. We did it at 3 o'clock my time.
Oh, okay. That's good. You didn't miss it.
No, I decided to go to work before I do the play.
Nice.
Ah, Zoom user. Is that Felicity?
Should we let them in just to see? I mean, it's recorded. We can always edit it out. Let's do it. Let's see who it is.
What's up, Zoom user? You never know. I'm
Introduce
guess
yourself.
Fifty
I'm
fifty.
thinking it's Felicity.
It's a Zoom user. We don't know. It could be anybody.
Oh, or Melissa.
And
Or
they're
some rando.
Introduce yourself, or you're going to be introduced to the firing squad.
hello.
Hello, Zoom user.
I've asked to unmute them. They are not unmuting, or they're figuring it out. Felicity
Okay.
is joined. I think it's Felicity.
How is it?
I got an email saying she joined them. Oh wait, no. Got an email saying she joined the adult meeting, but that was yesterday.
Huh.
Strange. That email just came through. Hey,
Yeah. Sorry.
God.
Jonathan.
Good.
Going against a really good defensive front. Yeah, it's me.
We didn't know.
Got it.
We didn't know who it was.
How are you?
Good. How you been?
Doing well.
Doing well. Doing well.
Good.
Nice.
We were like, okay, who's infiltrating our Zoom meeting?
I'm sorry.
No worries.
No, it's all good. We're like, who's this Zoom user? It's all good. Well, it would be really hard for anybody to infiltrate our Zoom chat because it's really just us that has the
I mean, yeah, anybody that's
link in it.
registered. We've
And
definitely
anybody.
registered a couple recently that we're not sure yet because they haven't joined. But I figure if we're recording it, at the best, we can mess with somebody if they come on here and they're not they're not part of this. Because I can always edit it out.
Like, what's up?
Exactly.
I would suggest keeping it just to keep it, put it on
I
YouTube.
am.
We might get a lot more views that way too. Just like,
Maybe.
wow, wow, people with disabilities just start bullying able-bodied people.
How the roles have turned.
Right.
Hi, Ann.
Hi,
Hello.
Annie.
How are you?
Uh, the short answer, okay.
Long
Does anyone know anyone with AMC with a port?
and
Offhand, no.
No.
I'm sure there might be somebody, but I don't know anyone offhand.
No.
either.
Well, I gotta get one. So,
Hmm.
Oh,
For what?
why?
because my hemoglobin and my iron keep dropping. Like right now, my hemoglobin's at a 7, which is like borderline dangerous.
Hmm.
Mm, that's
It's been worse. It
good.
was a 2 before, so.
Oof. Sorry to hear that.
Story of my life.
Um, no, I don't know anybody off the top of my head that has one. Are you having trouble with it or you haven't got it yet?
I didn't get it yet. I
Like,
put it off for so long because I was like, no, I don't want to put a foreign thing in my body like that's just gonna hang out in there and do somersaults everywhere. And
Yeah.
like I put it off forever, and then I started feeling really crappy again, and I went to the hematologist, and I was like, I'm pretty sure my iron and hemoglobin have dropped, and so he's like, all right, let's do some blood work. We did blood work, and he's like, yeah, it's bad again. So you're gonna have to get infusions and transfusions, and you're gonna probably have to get them regularly throughout the year, like probably quarterly.
Oh well.
So he's like, you know, it was a pain to get it before because they had to send me to the hospital to go to intervention radiology to put a IV in through my neck, and then someone from the hospital had to take me from the hospital to the infusion area because they couldn't infuse the iron in intervention radiology. So it's just easier to get a port. And then I'm like, yeah, well, I now am more willing to do it because I watching everything with my dad just go downhill the way it went. Like I'm like, all right, I know that I need to like take care of myself so I don't just like
Yeah.
disappear.
I wonder if does Sherry have a port? I know she goes for transfusions every now and then.
She does not, because I thought that she might, but nope.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know anybody else.
Yeah, so that's scheduled for the 21st.
I would post in the group and see if you can find somebody that has probably the arthritis group, the one with the most members. I'm
Yeah.
sure somebody in there. It's a bummer.
Who's
Yeah,
that?
glad that you're on top of your health.
I finally decided I should probably check on that stuff and take care of it. Might be important.
And I know it's hard. It's hard to do self-care and go to the doctor. I don't like the doctors myself.
Mind, like the doctors that I see on a regular basis that know me, I don't mind because of the fact that like they all know how much I love to talk. So they kind of know, like, okay, Erin's gonna have a million questions. She's gonna have reasons why everything is not what we think it is. So it works. And they're good about it. It's the doctors that don't know me that I'm like, yeah, I don't like you. Bye. But the surgeon called me because I asked if he could call me so we could kind of talk about it beforehand, not the day of. And so he called me that day that I scheduled it. And we talked for like 45 minutes. And he actually used to work in Philly at UPenn. And he treated somebody with AMC when he worked in Philly. So then I was like, it was Ted.
Oh, maybe. Who was he? What's his name?
Ben Han. I don't remember what his last name was. It starts with an H.
No, it doesn't ring a bell. Must have been somebody else.
Go through my Philly AMC crew.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Who else is out there, Lauren?
Lauren's out there, so I gotta ask her, but
What's up, Doug?
Hello.
How
Trying
are
to see
you?
if my phone will stand up.
Ah,
Let's see if it'll do it that way. There we go.
Let's
All right.
pretend that I wasn't in the AMC adults one.
we're
Okay.
gonna pretend.
I'm not pretending that at all.
I
Sorry.
won't.
She's
I
like,
won't
I'm
post the
here.
email that you just logged into it.
I'm here. I'm waiting. She was early.
I was like 10 minutes early too,
Uh-oh.
and I was literally in the wrong room.
It
Mhm.
happens.
Literally says AMC adults right in front of it.
It's that whole reading thing.
Yep.
Okay.
Come on, you're a college student too. I expect better. I'm just saying.
Oh man.
We are
That's
still
fine.
learning which Zoom room to go in on Sunday.
So many of them.
There's so many of them.
I'm like, how can I do this?
It's Together Tuesday. Is it still labeled as that, right? Together Tuesday.
I mean, we do still label it. We should probably change that at some point.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It just
It's just at this point, it's just a name for what our together group is.
the Sunday Fun Day Together Tuesdays crew.
You know.
I hear ya. I'm digging the new artwork, Chris.
Thank you.
Looks nice. You did that pretty quickly.
What, the fish?
Yeah.
Oh, it's been to me. The second one is a different look, so I wanted to have a different scale pattern.
Let's just see if I can do it like this.
It's a little heavy in the computer, so I'm a little nervous about how it's going to be in its final form. I'm liking where it's going, though.
I dig it. I like the koi. It's koi fish, right?
Yes. Yes.
I love it. Felicity, what are you eating?
A burrito.
Yum.
A frozen burrito.
I've got a
Y'all
big
again?
salad.
You had what, Doug?
A big salad.
A big salad.
Nice.
I ate.
I've got tacos.
Like it's not even that good, but I'm hungry, so.
Are you eating tacos, Chris? Is that what you said?
I am.
Is that Jack in the Box?
It is. I like their tacos.
Is it the one with the crunchy outside?
A little bit. I feel like back in the day they were more crunchy than they are now. At least growing up, in Illinois, they would always have this big, thick, meaty, soft section in the middle, and then the entire crust was like really, really crunchy. It's not exactly the same nowadays. It's still pretty decent.
Oh no.
Puppy.
Hey.
Beach.
Are they checking out the food? I give you a kiss, but hey, what you eating?
Yeah. Get away from my burrito.
That's what he's really going after.
Mm-hmm. Smells the burrito.
Jerk.
Jerry
I
said
was
she'll
getting
be
a
here.
slice of pizza out of the fridge, and my dog stole it out of my hand and ran upstairs. And I was like, "Thanks, Mom." I was like, "Sure, you can have it."
You doing okay, Felicity? That sigh was deep.
I was scared my burrito was gonna fall on the ground, and it was literally the last one. I would have been so mad. No, I was trying to figure out. So I was trying to like do my laptop split screen between my PowerPoint and Zoom, but it was not working. So I just pulled it up on my phone.
So I've got some feelers out for Norfolk with karaoke and someone else to possibly DJ. So I've asked some friends who live there.
Love it.
And one friend, her daughter that works and lives there, she's an event planner, so she probably has some hookups.
Okay. We'll take it.
Yep. Working on it.
Do we know the hotel?
Yes, it's in downtown Norfolk.
Okay. Okay.
We'll give you the name of it in a month.
Okay.
Actually, it's actually less than a month.
It's less than a month now.
That's like 2 weeks now. Registration will be open, which is
Ooh,
crazy.
Nice.
So do I say the city weird? Or they say it weird?
You say it weird.
I say it weird?
Yeah, they're pronouncing it right, and you're not.
What? Norfolk?
Yeah, Norfolk.
Norfolk.
But most people read it as Norfolk.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's not full. It's thick.
Norfolk.
Norfolk. I don't like calling it that either.
Arkansas, Arkansas, same
I
difference.
say Illinois. I say Arkansas.
Do you really say Arkansas? You really say that?
Yes.
Oh,
Arkansas.
Sally left us. I don't know who Sally was, but she left us.
I was wondering that, but I didn't want to call it out and be like, "I'm not here that often." But who's Sally?
That's why I messaged you. Was it a registered guest?
It could have been one of the new people, I'm sure. Let me see.
But on that note, I do have to go. I gotta go clean my mailbox off because it's got like all the salt stuff sprayed all over it from the stupid trucks plowing the street, and I'm very upset about how it looks. So I'm gonna go be that weird person that cleans her mailbox.
All right.
So I may make it back on, but otherwise, it was good to see you all briefly.
Good to see you too.
Bye.
Take care.
Hi, Aaron. Have fun.
I'm gonna put my head back on. Hold on.
Sally was from Los Angeles. I don't know.
I'm looking to see if I got an email for her, Sally. I don't have one.
Sally hacked us.
I mean,
That means we definitely should have
Oh,
bullied.
here's one. I do have a Sally Fang. That was her from December 18th.
Gotcha. Hopefully she'll be back.
I think it was a mom. Because she says having a daughter who is 39 days old. With
Mhm.
already
Wow.
I'm just
Your
looking.
mom.
Yeah. It was a mom.
Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. Well, hopefully she'll come back.
Yeah. We didn't get a chance to say hi to her yet.
So how was everyone's week? Anything exciting going on?
We had snow and ice.
We got snow.
I heard you guys got snow in Atlanta, but we didn't get any here.
Ohio State's going to the Natty.
Did you get snow, Felicity?
Frick no.
No.
Nope.
Did you go build a snowman, Sherry?
No, I stayed inside.
I would have built a whole.
I would have been literally outside.
I would have built a whole castle.
Right.
It wasn't really a lot here before it turned
We
into
got maybe like 3 inches, I think.
Oh, there's enough there to make
3 or
something.
4. It's still out there.
Is it? It's
Yeah.
what?
Because it's been below freezing like the whole night and day, so like it hasn't had a chance to melt much. Everyone says the roads are fine. It's just been. I think that's why I said work, because we're still like trying to rearrange crap. Because we couldn't put trucks on the road Friday because it was too dangerous. So we had to run some stuff today, or we ran most of it yesterday and had to do one route today.
Gotta have that chicken.
Yeah, I know. So those who are open got it. Uncle Rod's got to have that chicken too.
Quiet, niece.
I said nothing.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Shots fired.
It's an inside joke. I'm not about to explain it.
Oh, good.
Right. You didn't want to know.
No, you don't. Trust.
Probably not.
No, you don't. Just know my kids are devious and they need to be punished immediately. So
Pause. Pause. Think about that for a second.
Pause. Pause.
My favorite word.
Siri, I was thinking of you when Aaron asked us about somebody that has a port. I was thinking for some reason you might have had one because I know you do transfusions and
Yeah.
stuff.
I think about getting it sometimes, but I haven't actually done it. It makes things a lot easier. They don't have to keep sticking you all the time.
Yeah. Does it take a long time for them to stick to you? Or?
No, I usually try to hydrate really well before I go. Sometimes I'm better at it or not. But the nurses there are really good. They usually, sometimes it takes 2 sticks, but they end up usually doing the top of my hand, which is the easier part for me.
Yeah.
Every once in a while they get my arm. But they're really good there because like that's all they do because it's an infusion center. So they do, everything from like stuff like I'm on like Entyvio to like blood, iron, chemo, all that stuff. So that's all they do all day. So they're pretty good about being able to get to stick to tough people.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out who in our community has a port, but I don't know anybody.
The nurse, I even asked her one time, like, "What have y'all ever gotten a vein binder?" Because like sometimes you see like some of these older people coming in and they're on chemo, and you could tell like they're probably like 90 pounds and they're getting chemo, and I'm like, that got to be a hard stick, and they're probably like not, feeling well and staying hydrated and all that stuff. And
The nurse said they asked a couple of times, but the hospital was like, "No, y'all should be able to do it because it's your job, basically."
Mhm.
So without the vein finder, that would make life so much easier.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah,
But
I've had it tried on me once, and that's back in 19. And it showed that my veins went in all kind of directions, so it didn't really help too much. What
Mm.
has helped for me the most in recent times, because I no longer, it seems like I'm getting one, maybe two, when it's time for me to do blood work,
Mm.
sticks. And the forearm exercises that I've been doing have helped immensely. And then, of course, always drinking water before, especially before going for blood work. And there were times I was getting, four to six sticks, and now it's usually the first round. And before they were doing it from my hands. Now there's a couple of spots in my left forearm
Mm.
that have come up, and I totally give it credit to the recent exercises that I do for my forearms. And it's just a curl with either I used to do it with a 2 or 3 pound hand weight, and now I do it with this old fashioned spring roller. And it has strengthened the muscle, um, the muscle development in the forearms are just really strong, really tight, and it has exposed some veins because of it. So exercise and water.
I just
okay.
go in there and I tell
That's
them,
pretty
you're
cool.
gonna poke me right here, or you're not poking me at all. They usually don't like me, but I know where my veins are, and I know where you're gonna actually get it. They're like, no, let me try your arm right here. No, you're not. You're not gonna get it. You're just gonna blow my vein, or you're gonna bruise me really bad. You're either gonna poke me right here, or you're not going to poke me at all. And then if I die in your hospital, that's your fault.
I did.
Literally
All the
tell
nurses
them.
had been pretty
Age.
understanding about like when I tell them like I'm like, look, I'm a hard stick, like just do my hand. And a lot of times they can just kind of look at my arms in my hand and they're like, okay, yeah, that's a good vein there or whatever. If I'm really hydrated, I'll let them try my arm. If I don't do such a good job like the day before and before going of drinking like a ton of water, um, I'm like, just do my hand. Most of the time they've been pretty good about it. I had one nurse like she's like, well, I don't really like doing hands, and she tried for my arm and the vein blue, so we end up doing my hand.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just like Abby. She has to have it on the top of her hand because otherwise you won't get any blood. You
It's
won't
so weird.
get
Like I don't
any.
understand why the top of our hands are like really good for for
mine,
veins.
Because our muscle development isn't as profound in the hands, so the veins are right there exposed.
Yeah, they literally just put like what's it called, tourniquet. They put it
Yeah.
like right around my wrist, and I literally like find the vein for them. I'm like, okay, you can either do this one or this one, and
Yeah.
then let them feel. I was like, you can choose which one you think is better, but here's this vein and here's this vein. You got to do one of them. And then especially if I've like had blood drawn recently, and I know which vein the last person went in, I just tell them like the last person. Jesus. I just tell them the last person went in this vein, so you might struggle, so go in the other one instead.
Mm.
It can get my arms sometimes, and I don't have a lot of muscles in my arms.
Come here.
I think they told my parents like about half of them. But I think like isn't what muscles are like what helps keep your veins in place so they don't move or keep them where they're easily accessible, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I know it's a common issue with AMCers, and I know that some like hospitals don't even have the vein finder. especially like in the emergency rooms. So I've known like people who have like requested other more experienced nurses, like NICU nurses or whatever.
Hmm.
Because I want to say, and I don't know if it's across the board, I want to say they only have like two opportunities and then they have to switch out.
Yeah, I think it's 2 or 3 pokes, and then they have to go to the next nurse. But they're only allowed a maximum of, I think, 5 nurses. So that's 10 sticks.
Yikes!
I had that one.
Wow.
Oh no, if you don't get it on the second try with me, you're not doing the rest of
No,
the day.
Uncle
Sorry.
Rod.
Nope.
There is no 10.
What was that, Chris?
I had that once. Not necessarily 10, but I had 5 different nurses stick me one night.
No
Oh,
way.
They couldn't.
my record's only 2.
Even with a vein finder, they found my veins, but my veins roll. So once
Yep.
there,
Yeah.
they fished around and had difficulty getting. Or if they did get it, it wasn't a great stick, or it popped.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've had issues. They don't listen to me. They say, well, because I have a leg vein that to me works the best, but they, for whatever reason, their superiors don't want them to use lower vein.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I mean, I get to some degree there are certain things, but if you're only drawing blood, it's blood, you know.
Huh.
But yeah, it's crazy. So, and I walk in telling them right away, it's like, I'm a difficult stick.
Yeah, I always tell them that first thing when I sit down. I'm like, I'm a hard stick. And then
Yeah.
sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, I hear that a lot," and then they start trying. They're like, "Wow, you really are."
They don't believe you the first time you tell them.
And
then yeah, like Chris said, like they'll try my arm because every once in a while they're like, she actually can get one. And the last time she's like, "Oh, I had it and it moved."
Yep.
I know two times in my life they started IVs in my foot.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a teenager, they did it when I had my tonsils removed.
Wow.
And then they kept trying my arms and hands when I had had oral surgery done. And then the doctor had to go to the foot.
Huh.
Well, any of the surgeries I had as a kid, they always did my hands. But I guess that's what traditionally where you put an IV anyways. But they always did that once I was asleep. So I guess I never really felt it or noticed it. Just woke up with an IV.
There was a surgery that they tried to stick me before, and they couldn't get it, so they finally put me under. Then when I woke up, somewhere in there they stuck me finally and got it before the actual surgery part. But yeah, it's crazy.
They've had to go in my neck.
Oh, yep.
I had that done once when I broke my arm.
Oh my god.
And they did this surgery and they put the pins and the plate in, and they had to, because they don't like giving you narcotics anymore. So what they did something to like just numb my arm and to keep it numb for like 24 hours or whatever. But they went in through my neck and he got it lined up and he's like, don't move. I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to move.
Mine was just embarrassing because
like,
they have to get you to like be able to like push the vein or whatever out of the way, and the doctors were like, you have to pretend like you're pooping and like that you have a hard poop and you can't get it out. You're like, you have to bear down. I'm like,
Oh, no.
seriously, why?
I had to like stretch as far as I could on the one side. It was,
yeah, he just stretched me really, and then he's like, don't move. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
No, they made me pretend I was taking the biggest dump of my life.
I even tilted my I was on one of those special bed things. I was supposed to have some special MRI test where you have to drink fluids. or have fluids put into you for it to really.
The contrast.
Yeah, and for whatever reason they couldn't get it into me. So finally the doctor, and there was like 4 or 5 different medical people standing there watching him, and some of them were young. So he's like, "Come here." So we don't do this very often, but here I'm going to show you. So it was kind of like a teaching tool. And I was like, "Oh my word!" So yeah, it was probably one of the most painful to a degree. I felt like some of my hands have been pretty painful too.
My hands are like permanently bruised.
Well, that's why I'm like Aaron, like the poor, like, because like it never used to bother me doing my hands, but now it's started, like, it hurts now, and I'm like, maybe it's just because constantly doing it.
Oh, yeah. The last time I went, they commented on how leathery my hands are. Because because I mean they stick me so much that just the trauma my hands are going through to be stuck, it's becoming leathery. Even though it feels fine, once they start pushing the needle in, they say it's really hard.
Yeah, that's what mine are.
That layer, because it's my hands have become sensitive. Not like I do have blood taken every time I turn around, but I think just the amount of sticks over the years, it's just made it much more complicated.
Yeah, I feel like mine are starting to get that way.
And it is cringeworthy for me. I was like, to go in and get blood work. Oh, so I always hate going in for blood work.
Well, the nurses always tell Abby no when she asks for it in her hands because they said it's going to hurt you. And she's like, all the other sticks that you're going to do to me is going to hurt worse.
Yep.
So she's just like, stick me in the hand and get it over with.
Right. I just go ahead and have a full blown conversation with him. I'd be like, listen, don't even worry about this arm. It ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna let you know right now. So you might as well let's go ahead this conversation. Go ahead and get it from my hand. So that way we can go ahead and be done. I don't have to look at you no more for the rest of this year. All right. So let's do what we gotta do and get me out of here. But the last one I had though, the lady wanted to have a full blown conversation with me while she was sticking me in the hand. So I'm like, lady, I do not really feel like having this conversation with this needle in my hand like this. And all this blood. Will you hurry up and get done?
They're trying
And
to
then
make
when
you
they
feel
start talking
comfortable.
to you, they start moving, and they have that little needle like in your small freaking hand.
Yeah.
And then they're like moving it around because they're talking. They won't shut up. Seriously, I'm so mean. I'm so mean.
I'm the opposite. We back it up the whole time. Like I talk to the nurse or whoever the whole time.
I literally have told somebody before. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude, but please shut up because you're moving this needle in my hand and it freaking hurts. I'm so mean, but I'm like,
I have to talk to mine so that way I won't pass out.
Yeah.
Feel as painful. So if I'm distracted enough, I don't tense as much, and it helps. Not.
See, I just don't have that problem. I slept through a 10-hour tattoo, so the needle part doesn't bother me. And I sit there and I stare at the blood flowing through, and I'm like,
I do the same thing.
I'm like, whoa, that's kind of cool.
I'm like, I even know now when when they say they got the flash, when they hit the vein, I'm like, I even know now with that. I'm like, oh, you got it. And she's like, I'm like, I've been through this a lot.
The only parting gift you get is a Snoopy Band-Aid.
Yeah.
If they have that.
Not even.
I don't even get a Band-Aid. They just wrap it up.
Yeah, now they've been doing lately. Yeah, they
swab and tape.
Band-Aid of some sort.
Yeah, now they just do the what is it, that elastic stuff?
Yeah. The wrap thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
they don't even do Band-Aids anymore.
Yeah. Like, what if I want a Tinkerbell Band-Aid?
They don't give you stickers either, do they?
No. Or not even the lollipop.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's no fun.
Like, really? That's kind of rude. I
Wait,
just
they
sat
had
through all of
lollipops?
Yeah. Dum-dums.
I normally got those from the bank, but
Yeah.
I got them every time I gave, like, they had to stick me when I was a kid. And you were really lucky if you got one of the ones that had, like, the gum in the middle or the Tootsie Roll.
Like the Tootsie Pops.
Yeah.
I know my bank still does lollipops or dum-dums.
They still have them at TD in Philly.
I'm sure they'll get rid of them soon. Like, no more lollipops for you.
I mean, they're not fresh by any means.
No.
So, they're probably long past being thrown out, but so they people will take them.
Do they really have an expiration date?
I would think. No? I mean, what are they, like tasty cakes? They never expire?
I
It's
don't
like pure
know.
sugar. Like,
They're Twinkies, they'll last forever.
What I mean, like Twinkies, tasty cakes, they don't even expire. They're gonna be here long before we are.
I know.
Long after we are.
So they don't like mold or anything. Twinkies?
No.
That's why I don't eat them.
Yeah,
Oh,
archaeologists in like 10,000 years from now will find like maybe if
Twinkies.
they live in a range, so they'll find boxes of Twinkies.
Bones and Twinkies.
There have been, I forget what movie. I know there was one.
It'll be like, what happened here?
I don't know. It's a little scary.
I know.
Yep. If it's something that won't ever grow, mold, or go bad, I'm not eating it. That's weird. That's weird.
They were saying that what is it? Is it McDonald's? Some of the fast food places that people like put on shelves for like a year or two.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, I've seen those. Yeah.
Disgusting. It's gross. But I've seen never mind. That's an embarrassing story.
is why I don't eat McDonald's.
Whatever. You don't even like gravy on your mashed potatoes. You're weird.
I sure don't. And I'm not weird, but hey.
You get no words in this conversation.
Oh, I get plenty of words in this conversation.
Oh,
I bogart my way in this conversation when I want to. So,
so rice and jelly, but no gravy on your mashed potatoes.
Right.
no. I
Thanksgiving,
hate
you
gravy.
gotta put
I hate
gravy
gravy.
on.
I
Oh my
hate
God.
gravy.
Thanksgiving dinner, I put gravy on everything.
Good gravy is
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I like to be able to
Okay,
taste
so
and find it like,
you would not do well in the UK because I think they put gravy on everything.
Yep. So I heard.
just go for the fish and chips.
I think they put gravy on that too.
Right.
Gotta go find a place that does it.
No gravy for Uncle Rod.
None.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's funny.
So not even like gravy and biscuits?
Oh God, no. Ew, no.
Oh man.
What?
What kind of southerner are you?
I don't know, man.
A true southerner.
I love it.
A true southerner with taste.
We did a breakfast at our office like right before on Christmas Eve mornings. We had to work Christmas Eve. And everybody brought a dish in, and someone brought in biscuits and gravy, and I'm like, I think this is the first time I've ever tried biscuits and gravy. And Gary looked at me, he's like, don't say that here in the South. I wouldn't say that too loud. So I got to try it. It wasn't that bad.
Good stuff.
That was my induction to the South. Was one of my coworkers asked me, she was like, "Have you ever tried a biscuit with gravy on it?" I'm like, "What? Never heard of it. It's not a thing in the North."
Yeah, I know. It wasn't too bad. I was like,
You
I see
can
why
get it at
people will
some
eat it.
diners up here, but not many.
I never heard of gravy on biscuits, and I didn't even know what a grit was.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, what are grits? Never heard of them.
I know we first moved down here.
Strange.
We were waiting to move into the house. It was still like another week. So we were eating out. And so my dad was like getting us to experience all the different things. So our first breakfast in the United States, my dad took us to Waffle House. And so we ordered them like, and it came, and I'm like, oh, they give you cream of wheat with your. My dad's like, that's not cream of wheat, it's grits.
That's grits, yeah.
Similar but different. Yeah.
And see, you have to eat Waffle House hash browns a certain way, apparently. I just eat them plain, but the Southerners here, they put all kinds of stuff on it.
Oh yeah, no, I gotta put cheese and mushrooms and all that stuff on them.
Oh.
Yeah, the waitress is always like, "You want anything on your hash browns?" And I'm like, "Nope, just ketchup." Mm-mm. But yeah, Waffle House is good. My daughter loves it.
This is
We just
ridiculous.
we just got a new Waffle House that's closer to the house. So, but they're not open 24 hours yet. They're still in I guess training mode, so they close at 9. But
My OCD is so bad. I'm taking notes right now and I'm doing like the table that's in the PowerPoint. And I needed 6 more lines and I only had 5 more lines on the page. So I just drew an extra line because if I go to the next page, it's going to make me mad.
so you drew your own line on your notebook paper.
Yeah, because like the bottom line of it is like really big. So I just drew another line through it.
What you taking notes on?
Math.
Your classes started already?
I already took my first 2 quizzes and did my first homework.
Jeez.
Wow.
I had to play catch up though because they started on the 6th, but I wasn't able to get in until like the 8th or the 9th.
Mm-hmm.
So I got in like 2 days before the assignments were due. And I was like, yeah, I better start writing.
Get jump on that.
Yeah. But I did. And now this week there's 5 different PowerPoints to go through. Versus last week it was only 2 of them, so I'm just getting ahead of the game because I don't like waiting until last minute because that's what I used to do and that's why I failed. So I just don't do that anymore. That line's not straight. I have to erase it.
Y'all, my internet is so bad today. Do I freeze when that happens? Like you guys all froze.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You guys are like
You
frozen
are
for like
It
10
didn't seem like
seconds.
you were.
That was really
Might need to
weird.
refresh your router.
Probably so. It's been doing it all day. Like it'll just everybody will freeze and the audio will stop. And I'm like, okay. I'll wait.
Buffering.
Mm-hmm.
And then it'll come back and say, internet is unstable. Thanks. I didn't know if my screen froze too when it did that.
Didn't seem like it did, but
That's so weird.
is the laptop hot too?
Yeah, a little bit. Also, I'm wondering if it's like the machine. Weird. Do you hear my fan? Do you guys hear my fan on my laptop?
No.
Nope.
Because it's like really loud. Crazy. What's the score, y'all? What's the score?
10-0. Philadelphia,
Oh.
unfortunately.
Hunter literally almost cried last night because the Steelers lost so bad.
Aw.
I thought it was funny. I laughed.
Who did they lose to?
Ravens.
Baltimore.
Ravens.
How long before we know who goes to the Super Bowl?
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
That's it?
Mm-hmm. Next week
Yeah.
is the divisional round, and then the week after that is the conference championship.
Right.
Ruh-roh.
This weekend is wild card.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so who we got money on? Anybody? Anybody? Not yet?
Don't bet against
Anybody what?
Kansas City.
Who's going to the Super Bowl?
Don't bet
Anybody
against
did
Kansas
what?
City.
I didn't hear you.
We're trying to figure out who's going to the Super Bowl.
I am.
We know you are.
My money's
Well,
on
there you
Doug.
go.
That's all we need
Yeah.
there. That's all. Just Doug. Doesn't matter which team. He'll be there. One team will be there.
Hunter
I mean,
was
this
also
is just the
mad.
first weekend of playoffs.
Mm.
I'm kind
Hunter
of
was
hoping
mad.
it'll be.
Let's
I'm
see
kinda-
who's still in it. Houston won yesterday. Baltimore won. Buffalo won the first game today,
Mhm,
and Philadelphia is winning right now.
mhm.
Ruh-roh.
I'm kind of hoping it'll be Detroit and Buffalo in the Super Bowl, but I just don't think anyone's going to beat Kansas City. So
I don't know.
Never know.
Any given Sunday.
any given Sunday, but that dude Patrick Mahomes always shows up and when it's time to win a game. So
That
He
is
just
true.
shows up then. That's it.
Yes,
He-
when it counts.
right, that's it.
So not there during the regular season, just when it counts.
Well, he's there.
He's there. Okay. Kansas City literally played horrible, 13 games this year, and they still won all 13 of them. So,
Oh my goodness.
I don't know how they do that, but they did.
right. So, it's like, what?
Well, I know nothing about football.
Played horribly, but still won. Just
Right.
I just know a lot of people
is there
eat
a
chicken
record for
wings.
that?
Yes, they do.
Chicken wings for Super Bowl Sunday. That's all. And I know there's a lot of commercials that play.
And with the weather this past week, because our main customer is American Deli, so with the weather, with Delaware getting hit with a snowstorm, and then us getting hit with snow, it's been nice. I hope this week comes down.
So does the price of the chicken wings go up Super Bowl weekend?
Oh yeah, they will.
Uh-huh.
They're actually
Chicken
already
wings
starting
now.
to. The market went up a penny for next week, so they're starting to.
I believe it.
So unfair. So unfair.
Price gouging.
Listen, I want to try all these chicken wing recipes that I found on TikTok. So,
Oh, Ani, we were talking last night. Are you in touch or know of a lot of families out in California area?
I checked in on Brittany because she's out there with her fiance, and she's good. I checked in on Ileana. She's good. But she was sending me photos or videos of the smoke because she's like right in LA. And then, who else did I check on? Oh, I checked on Alexis, but she's in San Diego, but she knows she has friends that lost homes. Um, and I can't remember who else. I know we have a number of families, but I've been like keeping track of them on Facebook, and a lot of them have like marked themselves safe, on Facebook.
Okay.
Indicator, but I haven't seen anybody besides one of our moms posting about her aunt losing her house. But yeah, I know that Rosa and Leslie, she's out there. And Rosa's one of our junior ambassadors. But she's been posting actively on Instagram, so I'm sure. I know that there's a California Facebook group. I don't know how active it is though.
Okay. We were just kind of wondering if we were hoping everyone was all right with all the
Yeah, I did see a lot check in. Like
mess going on out there right now.
Yeah, because David is out there. David's sweet. He's the weatherman. Um, let's see who else. And I don't know if you guys know Barbara. Barbara, her sister posted that she passed away. And she, I believe, is also in California. Barbara Waite. I don't know if you guys have. I know she's come to conference at one time.
I know who that is.
Yeah, her sister sent a message on her Facebook saying she passed away.
That Barbara did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Barbara Waite. Yeah. I was on her Facebook recently.
Not the violinist.
Well, that's Whitman, Barbara Whitman. She's in Ted's area. It's Waite. Wait.
I know you want to.
I know some weights.
I know you want to. Here we go.
Hey, there's Linus.
I know. It's like, I want to get all the attention today.
It's not a Zoom call without Linus.
No, it is not. Not a Zoom call without Linus. All right, you guys. So it's almost 6. We'll meet again on the 19th. And I'm hoping that we can. What is it? Does anybody know when Super Bowl Sunday is? When is that, Doug? Is it the same Sunday every time?
Usually around birthday, February.
Second Sunday of February. I think it's the 10th.
9th?
The 9th? Okay, so we will not meet that day.
No.
Because I know all of you will be watching commercials.
When is this?
Super
Bowl Sunday.
February 9th? Okay.
Yeah. So we will not meet that day because you guys will be watching football or commercials or eating chicken wings.
You watch the Puppy Bowl.
I won't.
Oh yeah, the Puppy Bowl.
I'll be in Charlotte. Probably traveling back from the game convention.
When is that, Chris?
The 23rd through 25th, 6th.
Okay.
Is that coming up?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Charlotte.
That's the board game convention, right? Or okay.
They might have a few tickets left. But a lot of the game stuff, I happen to go on a bit late to sign up for stuff. Most everything was already gone. But I did sign up for all day Saturday pretty much. I am going to be in Catan tournament.
Oh, cool. That'll be fun.
I don't know if I'll do that great, but it's okay. It's fun.
That's all right.
Just let me know if this is done.
It's
All good.
there throughout. Starts Thursday afternoon, and then through Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
So I'm excited.
Fun. Love it.
Nice.
All right, you guys. So we will get back together on the 19th. We won't meet on the 9th because it's Super Bowl Sunday. And I'm hoping to have some special guests lined up for February for us to hang out with us. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. You guys could also be our special guests.
Are we
life
special
stories.
guests by now? I mean, we're regular, so.
Yeah, but
I think Uncle Rod should be our special guest.
I don't have enough to talk. I don't have enough stuff to talk about for an hour.
Yes, you do.
Listen, I'm not about to go deep into those details that she's talking about, but
we could do 100 questions with Uncle Rod.
Yes.
and Felicity cannot have a question on there at all.
You suck.
Neither Felicity or Melissa. And if they message you a question, it has to be strict from the record.
We'll start it out simple. We'll say, what's your favorite color, your favorite number, your favorite football team? And then we'll get a little bit more complicated.
Red and Alabama. I don't know the middle one. I was answering his questions for him.
We'll just ask Felicity the question.
I'll just say whether or not it's true or false. So that way, if you ask her a question that I don't want y'all to know, I'm just gonna say it's false.
Y'all are too funny.
I don't know.
Okay.
You should ask Uncle Rod to see his call log.
His call log?
Oh yeah, no, you could definitely see that. You're not gonna see anything but Felicity on it. This girl calls me every day, so.
Well, she gotta get her Uncle Rod time in.
Yeah, even when I'm in the shower.
The
phone in the shower, Uncle Rod?
No, his phone automatically
calls me while I'm in the shower.
But he has it on like automatic answer. So when I called him one time and I kept answering after like the first ring, and all I kept hearing was Wheel of Fortune. And I was like, what is he doing? All I hear is 200 for H. I was like,
at least I had it on Wheel of Fortune. I could have had it on something that maybe Felicity would watch, and that way this whole segment would have got banned. So we would have had to strip this from the record. So it was Wheel of Fortune that I was watching.
Edit. We'd have to edit it out. Okay.
See? So now this story can be told for everyone to hear on YouTube. Yes, Uncle Rod had it on Wheel of Fortune while he was taking a shower.
Uncle Rod likes Wheel of Fortune playing while he showers. Got it.
He's old. He's so old for that.
Watch him out.
I didn't see how is Wheel of Fortune still running after all these years? What is it, like 50 years old now? 60?
Like reruns.
Right. I watched it when I was at home sick as a kid.
Yes. Wheel of Fortune, Price is Right, and Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Hold on. How old is Wheel of Fortune? I'm about to look it up.
Wheel of Fortune, I think.
I never watched Jeopardy because I wasn't smart enough. But
1975.
Oh, I wasn't even born yet.
I was one.
Thanks a lot.
I was like 5.
I was
75 with Chuck Woolery.
My mom wasn't even born yet. My mom wasn't even a thought.
Hey, I wasn't born yet either. I mean, when Wheel of Fortune first came on.
Am I the only old one? I was born in 75.
I was one.
Wheel of
I was a
is
teenager.
wait, wait, is Wheel of Fortune still run by or is Pat is it Pat Sajak?
He
No,
retired.
No, it's Ryan
He retired.
Seacrest.
Ryan Seacrest does it now?
yeah.
It's a new, yeah.
So Chuck Woolery was the original host of Wheel of Fortune.
Vanna White is still pushing the little boxes around.
Oh, wait a minute. How old is she? She's
She's like,
gotta be like 95 doing that.
And I want to say Susan Strassman maybe was the first to be turning the letters.
Vanna White is 67.
That's it? Wow. I was thinking she was way older than that. She's got a while before she retires.
Well,
Keep
she's
flipping those letters,
67.
though.
She can collect 100% Social Security now.
yeah.
She probably has billions in the bank right now.
Yeah, I think she's all right.
Chuck Woolery. Wow. I remember Chuck Woolery.
I remember him on the dating game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then he also did Love Connection.
Oh, I remember Love Connection.
We'll be back in 2 and 2.
Love Connection. I didn't know Pat Sajak retired.
Yeah.
Who?
Who does Jeopardy now? Who's the host of
Ken
that?
Jennings.
Okay, he was the one that won. He was one of the
Yeah, he was the one that won like a bunch or the like ultimate tournament or whatever.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's
So he's like,
And I'm trying to remember who did Jeopardy
before Alex.
Art. Oh gosh, I can't remember Art's last name. It was in the 1960s, 60s and early 70s when I was watching it.
Wow, that show's that old.
Art-
I didn't even know that.
Art Fleming.
He produced Art Fleming. That's right. Thank you for looking it up.
I'm just looking up all these random things about all these old TV shows. I'm like a rolling Google.
But I remember. Yeah, I remember.
That was
Art Fleming.
funny. That was good.
My favorite game show was that one with that lady. And what did she say? I can't remember now.
That one with
It was like
the one with that lady.
It was the I can't remember what she would say. But you
Was
would
it
go
Deal or
on.
No Deal?
No, not well, I don't know if it was Deal or No Deal. No, not Deal or No Deal. Like in hold on.
Weakest
I
link.
think game shows of the
I like the one with the whammy.
Pressure luck.
Ah, that was it.
What was it called?
what was it?
Press your luck. I always wanted them to get it.
Yeah, I love pressure luck.
The Price is Right.
But are you talking about weakest link, Bonnie?
Yes.
The
The
weakest
lady with the
link.
glasses.
You are the weakest link.
Goodbye.
She was so funny. But that didn't last long.
They brought it back, but I don't know if it's still going now.
The weakest link. That's what it was called.
Thank you.
Pete, come here, honey.
Or Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? That was a good show.
Yeah, and I said, so we dropped it over there.
Aww. Who wants to what? I missed it.
Be a millionaire.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And you would have to.
Me.
Me too.
Sign me up.
That would be nice.
Go.
Apollo,
Go.
Mm-hmm.
come here. Come here. Birch, I'm literally not talking to you. Hi.
Okay,
my
my
family was
friends.
functional enough, I'd go on Family Feud, but they're not. So
Oh,
Family Feud.
oh, you scratched
Good
my
answer.
face.
Good answer.
Good answer. Good answer. They're still doing that now. I think it's still going on, isn't it?
oh
And
yeah,
it's
Steve
Steve.
Harvey is the
Steve
host.
Harvey's doing it. Yeah.
And he's so funny.
Because you see videos online all the time of the crazy things people are saying nowadays.
And then he looks at them like,
yeah, it's funny.
you're crazy.
On what show?
Family Feud.
Family Feud.
Oh,
The crazy answers people are giving these days.
yeah.
That would be me. I would be one of them.
I can see that.
Yep, we put her at the end. She'd be the number 2. She'd be the number 5 person.
No.
You're rude. Don't even talk to me.
Hey, we're trying to win. We're not trying to. We're trying to win money here. All right, this is a business transaction.
You know what's crazy though is those outlandish answers are usually like 1 or 2 on the board. If you notice those videos, like
Yeah. So I should be number 1. Thank you very much, Uncle Rob.
No, because I'll go ahead and say what that number 1 answer is. I don't mind. Then I'll leave you to say the other crazy answer. So,
Because what is it? Is it they survey 100 people?
yeah,
usually, yeah.
in the audience or whatever.
So
or
they
at least that's
say.
what they say. I've never been surveyed, so I don't know.
I've
Yeah,
never
I'm like,
known
where are these
anybody
100?
that's been surveyed either.
Right.
Where are these 100 people they're talking to?
I think it's the audience members. They'll ask them different questions and then they'll use them for you.
They should just survey me.
They would have to put a rating on it then, wouldn't they?
Sometimes even current answers they put out there, it's like, whoa.
And it's always the number 1 answer that you're
Well,
like,
it
wow.
would be late night Family Feud.
Then you're wondering why it's not on the adult channels. Crazy. Crazy.
Can you guys stop being annoying?
Oh, Felicity, I had a question. Are you able to open the refrigerator? I had a mom question that. I don't know if you saw it. I don't know which group it was in. They were trying to figure out if there was something they could put on the refrigerator door to help open it.
No, I mean, I can't open the refrigerator here because there's just not the type of, you can see the kitchen's behind me. It's just like one of those long, not really wide ones. But if it's like an open kitchen, I can just wrap my hand around and I just like yank it back and I can open it. Carly says for like service dogs and stuff, they will like tie a rope around it so the dogs can just like grab the rope and pull it open.
I've seen that.
Chris, you don't have anything on your fridge, do you?
No, I just hook my hand in and pull.
Okay.
I feel like a rope would work though.
Yeah.
Like as long as you
Like
can
it
get
would
it.
be, yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you can get it tied enough to, or have somebody tie it at the exact spot that you need it to stay, and then just pull up to the fridge or walk up to the fridge and grab the rope, and I feel like that might be easier to pull it open.
Some fridges are very difficult. The magnetism or however it's connected isn't too tight, but refrigerators are a little tight trying to pull open.
Yeah, some of them are like what is it? The seal, the vacuum? Is it vacuum sealed almost? I don't know.
Something, yeah.
Like I know in freezers they are, and they could be real tough to open.
Yeah.
That's probably more on the newer side, like the newer fridges
Mhm.
and freezers. I didn't know if there was any gadgets on the market that help with stuff like that.
I don't know.
That is what I could think of the rope.
I've not seen anything like special outside of what I think everyday people do, like rope or band of some sort or strap, whatever. I haven't noticed yet.
Yeah, so it would probably need to be a rope that's pretty thick, but not necessarily long, right?
Right. However they need to do it. I mean, it's kind of experimental, at least how I think about it. It's trial and error, which big thing that bet high on the.
Hmm.
Analysis of every historic moment. It's time in your night and breathe and
Hey,
Yeah.
get it out your mouth.
Say that again, Chris. I didn't hear you because of Doug's TV.
Oh, I'm like it's something experimental. I mean, depending on what your needs are, it's like it's experimental of trial and error. Do you need it higher on the handle or a little bit lower? How are you gripping it? Are you gripping with your mouth? Or do you have some ability to use your hand?
Hmm.
So just whatever pull works
Probably something with a loop, right?
More likely, yes, but not necessarily. Like for me, I wouldn't necessarily have to have a loop if it's attached to the handle. All I have to do is just pull,
Hmm.
grab on the and just pull. So I wouldn't necessarily have to have a loop, but maybe for but again, I'm using my mouth. But for a hand, you might want a loop, or depending on how their strength is, maybe a type of knot,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe even something bigger. I don't want to say button, but something that's um, bulbous and gives them a grip on however they're using their hand.
Hmm.
That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, it'd be like you said, experimental. They'd have to mess with it and see which works best depending on the situation.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I know for some it's I guess it depends too, like what type of fridge it is and where the handle's located. Because sometimes it's those the double doors, and it's like higher up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have that, I guess, a height issue depending on how tall the AMC is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was just curious, Felicity. I wasn't sure if you were able to
Yeah.
do that.
No, I just kind of get really close to it, and my right hand, like I can open my right hand pretty far. I feel like a lot more than I feel like most AMCers really can. So I'm able to actually just grab around it and hold it with my hand and open it that way. But if it is too big and too thick for me to grab, I just put my kind of like my hand through it and it locks on like the back of my wrist, and then I can just pull back like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm just curious. Curious. I am. I was scrolling through to see if there was any new questions that I saw pop up, so I can ask y'all. Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo. And now I want to find old episodes of The Weakest Link. That was a fun show. She was so sassy. He was a sassy host. Y'all? Okay. I see a lot of questions in this one Or I'll write them down the next time so that way I
We
have
have 'em.
them. Yeah, have them ready. And then they have like side chats. Did you guys know that there's Facebook side chats now? And so I went into one and one was like filled with spam, so I ended up having to block that user.
Mm.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like it pops up on Messenger. Like you actually have to join it if you're part of the group. But it also, I didn't know, but you also have to moderate it too, because apparently there's people in there that just spam.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. I mean, there's people in there talking, but there's also those spammers, and you just never know because I guess
Right.
you create the chat, it just invites everybody, so you don't really know who's who. So
Yeah.
that group has like 7,000 members.
Mm.
But okie dokie, guys. I shall see you on the 19th.
All right, guys.
Sounds good.
Have a happy Sunday.
Have a good week.
Yep.
A good week.
You guys too.
Keep in touch. Hope you have a wonderful week, and we shall see you next Sunday.
All right, guys.
All right.
Love yous.
Bye.
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 Love
Bye,
y'all. Later.
friends. Love y'all.